Hi everyone, my name's Anne Marie. Welcome to card making project 628. Can you believe it? 628. And it's all using our Anna Griffin supplies. Today we're going to make, I always say gorgeous card, today it really is. And it's minimal supplies. Last week and this week I just wanted to bring you a couple of cards where if you only have a few items, maybe it's hopefully the few that I've used, and you can still create such gorgeous cards with them. So one of the main items that we're going to use today is the ruffle cut and embossed dies. We're going to use the shadow layer of the large die and the ornate layer of the large die from the cut and embossed dies. It's a gorgeous set and it is so very useful. And I think it just gives you such pretty effects. Everything I do use I shall put in a detailed list on my blog, so please be sure to check it out. And you can always share the projects with your crafty friends or in your crafty groups, etc. And please give me the thumbs up. So that's the die that we're going to use, and the shadow die. Now we're going to use the Toile collection from Anna. Some people say toil, some people say toil. So I'm a Yorkshire lass and it's toil to me. And it's probably pronounced completely differently, but that's how I say it. We're going to use a 7x5" card base in ivory. I've already stamped it with my handmade by stamp. I always add the project number, you obviously don't have to. But we add our name so the person that you're giving the card to knows who's made it for them, and hopefully they'll keep it. I'm sure they'd keep this one. So I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure that crease is nice and sharp along the edge of the top of the card or the side. And then we're going to go right in and start with the insert. Now, for the insert, I'm going to start off with a main section of Toile cardstock. I've chosen the blue. It is so pretty. I really, really like the blue Toile. I've got double-sided flat tape on the back, and that's just, my fool's guide to make sure I get it the right way up. Now I've cut this panel to 6.8 inches by 4.8 inches, and I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the inside of the card like so and press it down. My next layer is the shadow layer of the ruffle cut and embossed dies. I've used the Anna Griffin. Now it's metallic. I'm saying metallic. It's a matte foil cardstock, and it's in the blue. I think it was in the Christmas pack of foil. I've got flat double-sided adhesive tape on the back, and I'm peeling the carrier sheet away. And then I'm just going to position that through the centre of the card. Now I could have been frugal and kept part of the underneath of the cardstock, but I just haven't on this occasion. My next layer, I've cut out the actual ruffle, the large ruffle die, in ivory cardstock. Again, I've just got flat double-sided adhesive tape on the back, and I'm going to add that over the top of our previous layer, and then once it's in position, press it down. There we go. Next, I've taken some of the blue Toile roses from the embellishment collection. I've just got flat adhesive on the back, and I'm just peeling the carrier sheet away, and I'm going to add those slightly to the bottom of our oval, roughly about there. And then I've taken one of the sentiments from the actual Toile Sentiments Embellishment Collection, and it says Best Wishes. Now it's a 3D sticker, and I'm going to leave it as a 3D sticker. I don't mind that extra bit of height on the inside. I've just peeled the back away, and I'm just going to add that to the bottom of our flowers and our insert. And look how pretty that looks already. It's just a couple of layers and you can see that matte cardstock through the edges of the ruffle die. So pretty. Now we can turn our attention to the front of the card. I'm just going to use my bone folder again to make sure I've got a nice sharp crease. Now my first layer for the card is again the Toile cardstock, and I've chosen the blue, and I've got 3 flat double-sided adhesive tape on the back, so I'm just peeling the back away. Now I haven't trimmed this down, so it's the same size as my actual card, so it's going to cover the full front of the card like so. My first layer is the shadow layer, again in the blue. It's like an ice blue. The shadow layer of the ruffle cut and embossed dies. I've got 3D foam on the back, and I'm simply going to position that through the centre of our card and press it down. My next layer is the actual ruffle of the large die, and I've used the Toile cardstock again in the blue rose. I've die cut it and I've got 3D foam on the back, and I'm just going to position that over our previous layer, which was the shadow layer, and I'm going to press it down. There we go. Next, I've taken a sentiment from the Toile Sentiments and Embellishments, and I've also taken 2 of the embellishments with the birds on. Now, just before I add these to the card, what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the back away of the sentiment, and then I'm going to peel the back away of one of the little birds, and I'm going to simply slot that little bit of the sentiment underneath the bottom of the bird embellishment. I'll do it again. So just slide that in, and then once I'm happy it's in position, I'm just going to press it down. Then I'm going to take the second bird embellishment and I'm going to slot the bottom of the sentiment into the bird embellishment like that, and once I'm happy with the position, I'm going to press it down. I'm then going to stick or attach the whole shebang on top of the card like that, through the centre. There we go. Press it down nice and firmly. Then I've got 2 flowers from the flower stickers. Now I'm thinking, I haven't wrote them down, I'm thinking these are actually from my easel card kits that I have, the Anna Griffin easel card kits, and I'm thinking they're from those. I might be wrong. If I am, please correct me. I've got 3D foam at the top, and then I've left it at a sticker at the bottom. And these, I'm just going to slot the greenery of the flower slightly underneath the actual sentiment in the middle, so it kind of cups the outside of the bird panel, the bird embellishment. And I'm going to do the same with the other side, because luckily enough these are left and right facing, so that's what makes me think they were with the easel card kit. So I'm just going to slot the other one in the same position, because you know me, I love symmetry. So we'll add those like that, press them down, and then to finish the card I've got 2 little blue bows that I'm going to add at either side of the sentiment like that on 3D foam. So we'll just add those at either side. In fact, we'll just pull that back a little bit I think, to see some more of the gold of the sentiment. There we go. Press those down, and that is our card finished. You can see those beautiful layers, the flowers, and they tone in so perfectly. The inside of the card matches perfectly as well. It's just such a beautiful card, it really is. I actually don't think the camera does this justice. And you can see the matte cardstock through the actual ruffle die. It's just so pretty, it really is. There's, you know, there's not a lot of height to it. It's going to go in a normal envelope, I would say. Please check my blog for extra photos of this. Hopefully I might catch the beauty of it there. But it is such a beautiful card. I love the colouring. I do like blues. And I think this works very well. And using some of our older Anna Griffin products with some of the newer ones. I'm saying newer, even though the ruffle dies aren't brand new. It's kind of mixing and matching what we have at the moment. I would just like to say thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.